So taking risks is a messy business. Whenever we think about taking a risk, we want to always make sure everything's ready to go. We're fully prepared. We've calculated all the problems, all the odds. And unfortunately, when we do that, we end up talking ourselves out of taking the risk. At the end of the day, when you jump in to take a risk, you just got to accept the fact that it's going to get messy. To talk about this, I thought I would share a story. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Leo. Leo lived in a small town where everyone knew each other. And he had a dream, a big dream. He wanted to start his own business, something no one else in his town had ever dared to do. Leo's idea was unique. It was a cafe, but not just any cafe. It would be a place where people could come not just to eat and drink, but to share stories, create art, and connect with one another. Leo imagined it as a hub of creativity and community. But taking this step was scary. Leo had never run a business. He knew about making coffee and sandwiches, sure, but running a cafe? That was a whole different world. He thought about all the things that could go wrong. What if no one came? What if he lost all of his savings? These thoughts haunted him. So one evening, Leo decided just to shelve his dream. It's too risky, he thought. But fate had other plans. That night, he had a dream. And in his dream, he was walking through a dark and scary forest. It was sure scary, but he just kept on walking, when suddenly he fell into a giant deep pit. However, as dreams typically go, this was not a pit, but it ended up being the belly of a giant whale. Inside that well, it was dark and scary, but then Leo realized something. He was not alone. There were others in the whale's belly as well. Each had their own dreams and fears. They shared their stories, and Leo found comfort in knowing that he wasn't alone in his fears or his aspirations. With a newfound sense of courage, Leo woke up from his dream and he realized that he had to take the leap. Despite the risk, he started planning, not overthinking, just enough to get started. He found a small place for rent, and with some help from friends and family, he opened his cafe. The first few months were rough. There were days when hardly anyone came, but Leo did not give up. He kept improving the cafe, making it more welcoming, adding new items to the menu, hosting events. Slowly, the cafe began to attract a regular crowd. There were days of despair, days when Leo thought he had made a huge mistake. But then there were moments of pure joy, like when a local artist asked if he could display his paintings in the cafe, or when a group of students made it their regular hangout spot. In time, this cafe became exactly what Leo had dreamed of, a bustling hub of community and creativity. People didn't just come for the coffee, they came for the experience, for the sense of belonging. Leo's journey was messy and uncertain, but it was also rewarding. He learned that his risks are like being swallowed into the unknown. It's scary and dark, but it's also where you find the most unexpected and wonderful opportunities. And that's the lesson. Leo's story teaches us taking risks is never easy. It's often messy and filled with doubt. But it's also where growth happens. It's where dreams take shape and come to life. So if you're standing at the edge of your own big decision, remember the story of Leo. Take that step and embrace the messiness. You never know what amazing things are waiting for you on the other side.